Check, check, check. Testing, testing. Alright, welcome to another episode of TikTok, Time to Wake Up. And in today's video, we'll be going over a list of videos that I've compiled from TikTok. These, I've made sure that they are compatible with people that are awake, in the sense that you know what's going on. You know that you're being lied to in every sense of the word, and you're trying to find your way to some interesting information that's random. So let me start with some videos. The first one's called Electrostatic Lightning. So I'll show it first, and then I'll tell you what I think, because after watching it a few times, I think I've reached a different conclusion than what I had on the first time. So here it says, apparently this is called ball lightning. Here's the thing. After when I first saw it, I was like, okay, that does look like it could be ball lightning, but after watching it, I think it could be that's a power line in the back. In between two poles, if a power line goes out and there's something going on, something wrong with it, you tend to see something like that. And I've seen shorts like that before, so is there a chance that they're saying that this is ball lightning, but it's actually a power line? The other reason why I say that is because you don't actually see the ball lightning. You see only the effect of something going on behind this. And a lot of people sometimes tend to mislabel videos to get more views. So throwing it out there, I don't actually know what's going on here. But if it is ball lightning, it's good to be aware of this. So let me know what you think. I'd love to know. On the second one, it's going along with the other videos that I've shown, which is people that are frustrated with the situation, which I totally get. So let's go to this one.
I need someone to explain to me how the ever-living fuck people work 40 hours a week, a 9 to 5 for 20, 30 years, and then they retire and die. I also need somebody to explain to me how you are able to relate with your coworkers. On Monday, it's like, how was your weekend? On Tuesday, it's like, man, I can't believe it's just Tuesday, right? It's going so slow. Wednesday, oh, it's hump day. Can't wait for the weekend, right? Thursday, one more day until the weekend. Friday, you have any weekend plans? And then rinse and freaking repeat. It's like you live your whole week for a weekend that then you talk about the whole week, so then you can live your weekend again. I do not relate with these people. I do not want to do this the rest of my life. I feel like I have to because, like insurance and is nice and stuff. But can somebody please fucking explain this to me, please?
Okay. Like I said, people frustrated with what's going on, but it's also good to see, because when you after having that realization, then you can make actionable steps to try to change the situation that you're in. And also, starting out, in my opinion, and in my experience, you're always going to be stuck with some people that are just not happy with where they are, and they're going to bring you down in your vibration. And so if you do feel that way, like this guy does, I would say there's ways to get some skills or get good at something, and being able to leverage that knowledge to be able to create some income. And it doesn't happen overnight. So I'm glad to see young and intelligent people like this guy at least having the initial step realization that, this is effed up and I don't want to do this forever. So let's go on to the next one, which is a little bit more lighthearted. It's about bees.
Do you guys remember taking 2 soup cans and a string and making a telephone with your friend? I've made the same kind of thing with solo cups, some metal foil, and a speaker cone spring. But when I put this thing up against my beehive, Have y'all ever heard of anything like this before?
Let's go on to the next one, which is from the same guy.
Alright, you guys wanted more of the bee speaker. Here we go. Do a different beehive this time. It's kind of active here. I'll give you guys a bit more time with it too. There you go.
So how cool is that device where he takes oil and 2 cups and a spring, and he's able to amplify the sound of the bees inside of the hive into something that's more audible to us. And it's like, I read some comments and it says that, oh, it sounds like Minions, and it really does sound like Minions. Also, how cool would it be to create something like that, maybe in a larger scale? I don't know, to be able to tap into some other things that maybe you might not be able to hear with your ears. So very interesting, really innovative, and super simple. And also brings me to the point that the fact that TikTok randomizes videos for you and sends them to you at random is part of the weirdness of TikTok, right? Because in YouTube and a bunch of different platforms, a lot of the information that comes to you is suggested, but you have to click on it, or it's a lot different than TikTok, where they're really quick videos. Anyone can make them because anyone has a phone. The only way to make TikTok videos is with a phone. So a lot of people are making these on the fly fairly quickly, and then the way that they're sent to you is by random. So there's a chance that one day you're not going to watch anything, and the next day you'll watch it, and you'll get sent random videos, and those random videos somehow will relate to your life. So there's a lot of, in my opinion, supernatural things that happen in the randomization of anything. So when it gets sent these random videos, I feel like it's some way of the world trying to talk to me and tell me that there's more information out there that I can tap into. And knowledge can come from anywhere, even from quick 1, 2, or 3 minute videos. So let's go on to the next one without ranting too much. I don't want to take up too much time. And this one is more frustration, but this is more America related.
Tell me you live in America without telling me you live in America.
So I got in a car accident in 2017, around 4 years ago, right? I'd like to talk about some of the bills that I got. So diagnostic imaging, this was my MRI. Come on, focus. $47,000 just for my MRI. Pharmacy and supplies, around $3,000. Emergency room was $13,000. This was the first time I got there from the helicopter ride. $13,000 for this ride, right? The most surprising amount, not that was a smaller amount, where insurance only paid the smallest minute amount, but the helicopter ride, the base and mileage, I went 26 miles. Almost $49,000. This is America, dude. $49,000 to go 26 miles. Are you kidding me?
Yep. Welcome to how the system is totally rigged, especially insurance. And when you have accidents that are emergency, they tend to gouge you even more. And if you need to, this guy did get a helicopter ride, so I'm not saying that he should get like a free ride, but it's excessive, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't know how much gas is for or whatever. It doesn't even matter. Just definitely excessive. More frustration from people that know what's going on and that we're being gouged everywhere we go. So the next one, let me show you.
What's something you have no way of proving but you believe to your core is true?
Buckle up, boys and girls, we're going into cryptid shit. Okay, so almost every single Native American culture has stories regarding some sort of thing like a skinwalker, wendigo, goat man, fleshgate. And while they do have variations, for the most part they share a set of characteristics. They're apex predators, they can hunt almost silently, they can mimic human voices. They're generally solitary. And while they exist primarily in Native American legend, when the colonists got here from Europe, they started to report it too. And of course the United States has become much more urbanized, much more populated, and we had a tendency to hunt out any predators. There's no longer wolves, mountain lions in a lot of places, but in the national parks, people tend to go missing. and they go missing in circumstances that don't make sense. There's no predator tracks. They're found, if they're ever found, hundreds of miles away. Basically, it's impossible for them to get where they did. And I believe that it is the distinct, unique landscape of the United States that allowed something to survive.
So this is definitely speculation, because even at the beginning of the video it says, what's something that you have no way of proving, which means that there's no evidence for it, but you believe, which means that it's speculation, but you believe in your core to be true. So there's a chance that you're speculating, but could you be tapping into something that is true? Well, here's what I think. I think that there's a chance that there's other sentient beings like us that are intelligent, that live amongst us and away from us and in other places. Society has been engineered around us, so all we're going to find around us is us, different colors, different sizes and shapes, but there's not as much diversity as you would see like in plants, or as much diversity as you would see in animals. So that leads me to believing, I guess, to the core that there's a chance that there's other sentient beings with us, and there's also, like you said, stories in the past talking about this stuff. So I don't discount it. I love listening to people talk about some of this stuff. And here's the thing, I don't think we should be afraid of them. Like he says, oh, people go missing as if like these were all these beings are bad. I don't necessarily think that. I think that if they were to exist, they would not all be bad. So quite the opposite. They would be smart enough to get away from here. So let's go on to the next one.
Okay, if this does not showcase the remarkable power of frequency and vibration, then I don't know what will. Check this out. So first, the Chladni plate. This incredible tool demonstrates that all frequencies and vibrations are not just invisible waves of energy, and in fact, they manifest their own unique pattern beyond our level of awareness. And then this is where your mind actually gets blown. This is a Chladni plate in 3 dimensions, and this showcases the power of sound, frequency, and vibration, as it is literally levitating and moving matter around. Who knows, maybe this is how the pyramids were constructed. And guess what? No forms of matter are off limits. All forms can be manipulated, including electrical material, and wood, and iron, and plastic, and even liquid. So remember, if you want to learn about the secrets of the universe, think in terms of frequency, energy, and vibration, my friends.
So the truth is that we already know most of this stuff, like people that are in, that have been aware of what's going on for a while. We've been aware of Nikola Tesla and all those things, but what I found interesting is, I had seen the Chladni plate before, and even I've seen friends play around with some liquid, or having a bass, or having sound under a bucket and having that vibrate the water, creating patterns. So, but we already knew about that. Here's what was cool about this is that since when you have a Chladni plate, it's only in 2 dimensions. So is there a chance that when you create sounds, it vibrates the sound in a pattern, but in 3 dimensions? So we're just seeing the plate that's on on a flat plane. So we're seeing 2 dimensions of it, but it could be creating that pattern in 3 dimensions. And that's what this 3-dimensional one is showing, is that you can levitate things using frequencies. And that's probably what we do a lot of that with our voice. So this was very interesting information to be aware of, is I want to see the Chladni plate in 3 dimensions, more of that research. So let's go on to the last one. This lady's always on point. If you can follow her, I don't know where she gets her info from, but to me it makes sense. I don't know why. Let's go double click on it.
So you're on your spiritual journey and you feel alone, nobody understands you, or maybe you feel like the world is crumbling around you and beneath you. If this rings true to you, there is a reason for this, and this is a part of the spiritual awakening process. Let me explain. So I'm going to use the word God. You can call it source, consciousness, universe, whatever you'd like, but I'm going to use the word God for this. So, you, in all of your uniqueness, are a perfect expression of God. God decided to create you as an expression of itself. But then we come into the third density, which this game, this divine game that we are playing, is for ultimate self-knowledge, right? Forgetting all that we are, forgetting that we are a piece of God, and we have to find our way through the noise back to our true selves. So that's where the healing comes in. So when we come into this world, we are told by our teachers, our parents, our society, by our peers, by music, by television, who we need to be, how we need to be, and we're being forced these identities upon us, right? But they don't ring true to us a lot of times. They don't ring true to our authentic selves, which causes distrust in ourselves. And this causes fear, shame, guilt, and doubt. And those create traumas in the body, which cause a lot of problems. So during our spiritual journey, which is just a journey of healing and also coming back home to ourselves, that process is really messy. And it's almost like you're like a caterpillar in the beginning, right? And then you start your spiritual journey, you go into a cocoon, you turn into goo, and then you reemerge as this beautiful butterfly, as a full expression of yourself, confidence, self-love, all the things, right? And as you express yourself as your full authentic self, you then give permission to everyone that comes into your existence, everyone that you encounter. You give permission to them to live authentically as themselves, which begins their healing journey. So when things feel like they're falling apart when you are on your spiritual journey, that is because your vibration is raising, and the things that are not in alignment with your best and highest good have to fall away. The noise has to go somewhere. So when things feel like they're falling apart, or if you feel alone, just trust the process and know that this is a part of it. You are not alone. There are millions of people all over the world going through this. And on TikTok, you can find tons of us everywhere going through it. You're not alone, but please trust the process and start taking actionable steps every day towards living your true authentic self and healing those pieces of yourself that are not authentically you.
Dude, she is on point. For me, here's the thing. What I enjoy, I mean, obviously all the information, that she covers a lot of information, but what I enjoy is someone that's able to put together the words that make so much sense in such a concise way. I have a hard time doing that, and just listening to someone that's so open-minded and so calm and so has such a different perspective is what I love TikTok in some ways, because you're gonna find random people that you won't find on YouTube, and these people, I can tell you that if she knows about like where she's standing, you know, and if she doesn't, then it would be so cool to be able to have a conversation with her, have her join the Discord or whatever. So that was the last video. I think we ended on a super positive note on that one. Let me know if you have any questions, if you enjoyed the videos. I want to be doing these more. Give me some feedback. If you have any other videos, any songs you want for the intro, I'd love to, you know, add more variety to it, even though some of this music is, or all of this music. So thank you. I hope to see you next time. And thank you for watching.